Wait. So you're telling me you brush your teeth after breakfast?
Yes, of course. Doesn't everyone?
Max, no, that's so weird. I brush my teeth before breakfast.
What? But then your orange juice tastes terrible.
Okay. Everyone listening right now, do you brush before or after breakfast? And more importantly, do you know how to talk about your habits in English? Because today, we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. And trust me, talking about habits is something you do every single day.
Stay with us because by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to describe your daily routine, your good habits, your bad habits, and even those weird little things you do that nobody else does. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to our videos. You're listening to Mr. Englishman. I'm Max, and with me here is the always amazing Lily.
Hello. And today is going to be so useful because we're talking about habits.
Yes, and habits are things we do regularly, every day, every week, every morning. Habits are everywhere.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, when you can talk about your habits in English, you can have real conversations with people. You can make friends, you can share your life, you can connect.
So by the end of this episode, you're going to learn simple phrases to describe what you do every day. You'll learn how to talk about good habits and bad habits, and we'll even practice together.
Plus, we're going to share some of our weird habits. And trust me, Max has some really strange ones.
Hey, my habits are perfectly normal, thank you very much.
We'll let the listeners decide that. Okay, let's start.
So first, let's make sure everyone understands. What is a habit?
A habit is something you do regularly. It's something you do again and again, usually without thinking about it.
Right. For example, every morning I wake up and I drink coffee. I don't think about it. I just do it. That's my habit.
Exactly. And habits can be big or small. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Checking your phone is a habit. Even biting your nails is a habit.
Yes, and in English, we have some really easy ways to talk about habits. The most common way is using the word usually.
Ooh, yes. Usually is so useful. For example, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock.
Or, I usually drink tea in the morning.
Try it. Say this out loud with me. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock.
Don't be shy. Actually say it. Even if you wake up at 6 or 8 or noon, just practice the sentence. Ready? I usually wake up at 7 o'clock.
Perfect. Now you try with your own time. I usually wake up at... and say your time.
Great. Now, there are other words we can use instead of usually. We can say always, often, sometimes, rarely, or never.
These are called frequency words because they tell us how often we do something.
Let me give you examples. I always drink coffee in the morning. That means every single day, 100%.
I often go to the gym. That means maybe 4 or 5 times a week. A lot, but not every day.
I sometimes eat chocolate. That means maybe once or twice a week. Not often, but it happens.
I rarely watch TV. That means almost never, maybe once a month or less.
And I never smoke. That means 0 times, not ever.
So we have always, often, sometimes, rarely, never. And these words are so important for talking about habits.
Now here's a little grammar tip, and don't worry, it's super easy. These words usually go before the main verb.
So we say, I always drink coffee, not I drink always coffee. The frequency word comes first.
Let me give you 5 examples, and I want you to repeat them. Ready?
Number 1, I always brush my teeth before bed.
Number 2, I often listen to music while I work.
Number 3, I sometimes forget my keys.
Number 4, I rarely eat fast food.
Number 5, I never wake up early on weekends.
How did that feel? Good? Awesome. You're already talking about habits in English.
Okay, now let's talk about daily routine habits. These are the things you do every day as part of your normal day.
Yes, and this is super common in conversations. When you meet someone new, they might ask, "So, what's your daily routine?"
Or they might ask, what do you usually do in the morning?
So you need to be ready to answer. Let me tell you my morning routine and listen for the frequency words.
Okay, go ahead.
Every morning, I always wake up at 7. Then I usually check my phone for a few minutes. I know, bad habit. Then I always make coffee. I often make eggs for breakfast, but sometimes I just eat cereal. Then I always brush my teeth and get dressed. And that's my morning.
Perfect example. Did you hear all those frequency words? Always, usually, often, sometimes.
Now let me ask you, Lily, what's your morning routine?
Well, I always wake up at 6:30 because I love mornings. I usually do some stretching or yoga for 10 minutes. Then I always take a shower. I rarely eat a big breakfast. I usually just have fruit and tea. And then I'm ready for the day.
Nice. See how natural that sounds? We're just describing what we do.
Exactly. Now, listeners, I want you to try. Think about your morning. What do you always do? What do you usually do? What do you sometimes do?
Try making 3 sentences. Use the pattern I always, I usually, I sometimes.
For example, I always drink coffee. I usually read the news. I sometimes go for a walk.
Pause the video if you need to and practice out loud. This is how you learn.
Okay, great. Now let's learn some really common phrases for talking about daily habits.
These next phrases are super useful because native speakers use them all the time.
First one, I'm in the habit of. This means it's something you do regularly as a habit.
For example, I'm in the habit of reading before bed. That means every night I read. It's my habit.
Or, I'm in the habit of drinking water first thing in the morning.
Try it. I'm in the habit of, and then say something you do regularly.
Next phrase, I tend to. This is another way to say you usually do something.
For example, I tend to stay up late on weekends.
Or, I tend to drink too much coffee when I'm stressed.
It's a bit more casual than usually, but it means the same thing.
Next one, I have a habit of. This is similar to I'm in the habit of, but we often use it for bad habits or funny habits.
Like, I have a habit of talking to myself when I'm alone.
Or, I have a habit of losing my phone. That's definitely me.
Me too. I always lose my phone.
Okay, next phrase. I can't help but. This means you do something automatically, even if you don't want to.
For example, I can't help but check my phone when I hear a notification.
Or, I can't help but smile when I see a cute dog.
Yes, it's like you have no control. You just do it.
And one more. I make it a point to. This means you do something on purpose because it's important to you.
Like, I make it a point to call my mom every week.
Or, I make it a point to exercise 3 times a week.
This shows that it's not just a habit, it's something you choose to do because you value it.
Okay, let's review those 5 phrases quickly.
I'm in the habit of,
I tend to,
I have a habit of,
I can't help but.
and I make it a point to.
Awesome! Now you have 5 different ways to talk about your habits.
Okay, quick question for everyone listening right now.
Do you have any bad habits? Be honest.
Because we all have bad habits, and guess what? There are special ways to talk about them in English.
Ooh, yes. And this is so useful because sometimes you need to admit your bad habits, or maybe you want to help a friend with their bad habits.
So stay with us, because in the next section, we're going to teach you how to talk about bad habits, good habits, and even how to say you want to change your habits.
Plus, Max is going to confess one of his worst habits.
Oh no, why did I agree to this?
Okay, let's talk about bad habits first, because let's be real, they're more fun to talk about.
True. A bad habit is something you do regularly that's not good for you or not healthy.
Like smoking, eating too much junk food, staying up too late, procrastinating.
Biting your nails, checking your phone constantly, spending too much money?
Yes, and when we talk about bad habits, we can say, I have a bad habit of.
For example, I have a bad habit of eating snacks late at night.
Or, I have a bad habit of hitting the snooze button 5 times every morning.
Oh, I do that too. That's a terrible habit.
Another way to say it is, my bad habit is, for example, my bad habit is drinking too much coffee.
Or you can say, I really need to stop. For example, I really need to stop scrolling through social media before bed.
Yes, that's a big one. So many people do that.
Okay, Max, confession time. What's your worst bad habit?
Oh no, do I have to?
Yes, you promised.
Okay, fine. My bad habit is I always leave my dirty dishes in the sink instead of washing them right away.
I knew it.
I know. I tell myself I'll wash them later, but then later never comes.
Classic bad habit. Okay, my turn. My bad habit is I always buy books, but I never finish reading them. I have like 50 unread books at home.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of books.
I know. I really need to stop buying books until I finish the ones I have.
Okay, listeners, what about you? What's your bad habit?
Think about it and try saying it in English. My bad habit is, or I have a habit of.
Now let's talk about good habits. These are things you do regularly that are healthy or helpful.
Like exercising, eating vegetables, reading, meditating, saving money.
Yes, and when we talk about good habits, we can say, I try to, or I make it a point to.
For example, I try to drink 8 glasses of water every day.
Or, I make it a point to exercise 3 times a week.
You can also say, one of my good habits is, for example, one of my good habits is writing in my journal every night.
Beautiful. And here's a positive phrase. I've gotten into the habit of. This means you recently started a new good habit.
Like, I've gotten into the habit of waking up early.
Or, I've gotten into the habit of cooking at home instead of eating out.
Love it. Okay, Max, what's one of your good habits?
One of my good habits is I always make my bed in the morning. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel organized.
That's a great habit. Okay, my good habit is I always put my phone on silent when I'm working so I can focus better.
Oh, that's smart. I should do that.
See, we can all learn from each other's good habits.
Okay, now let's talk about something really important, changing habits.
Yes, because sometimes we want to break a bad habit or start a good habit.
Exactly, and there are some really useful phrases for this.
First, if you want to stop a bad habit, you can say, I'm trying to quit, or I'm trying to stop,
For example, I'm trying to quit biting my nails.
or I'm trying to stop eating so much sugar.
You can also say, I'm working on. For example, I'm working on going to bed earlier.
Or I'm working on being more patient.
Another phrase is, I'm cutting back on. This means you're reducing how much you do something.
Like, I'm cutting back on coffee. I used to drink 5 cups a day. Now I only drink 2.
Or, I'm cutting back on screen time.
Perfect. Now, if you want to start a good habit, you can say, I'm trying to, or I want to start,
For example, I'm trying to read more books.
or I want to start meditating every morning.
You can also say, my goal is to. For example, my goal is to exercise 4 times a week.
Or my goal is to learn 10 new English words every day.
Yes, that's a great goal for English learners.
And here's an encouraging phrase. I've been doing better with. This means you're making progress.
Like, I've been doing better with waking up on time.
Or I've been doing better with eating healthy.
This is positive and shows you're trying hard.
Exactly. Change is hard, so we should celebrate small progress.
Now, here's a question for you, listeners. Is there a habit you want to change?
Maybe you want to quit a bad habit or start a good habit?
Try saying it in English. I'm trying to, or my goal is to.
For example, I'm trying to drink more water, or my goal is to exercise every day.
Practice saying it out loud. It helps you remember.
Okay, everyone, now it's time for our favorite part, practice time.
Yes, we're going to do a little role play game, and you get to participate.
Here's the situation. You just met a new friend and they ask you about your daily routine and habits.
I'll be the new friend, and I'll ask questions. Max will answer first to show you an example, and then you answer the same question.
Ready? Let's go.
Hi, so nice to meet you. Tell me, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. How about you?
Okay, now you answer. What time do you usually wake up? Say it out loud.
Great. Next question.
What do you usually eat for breakfast?
I usually eat eggs and toast, and I always drink coffee. What about you?
Your turn. What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Perfect. Next one.
Do you have any good habits?
Yes, one of my good habits is reading before bed every night. What's yours?
Now you try. Tell us one good habit you have.
Awesome. One more question.
Do you have any bad habits?
Yes, my bad habit is I always check my phone first thing in the morning. What about you?
Your turn. Confess one bad habit.
Excellent. See how natural that conversation was?
These are real questions people ask in real conversations.
So if you can answer these questions, you're ready to talk about habits with anyone.
Great job, everyone.
Okay, before we finish, we have a bonus tip for you.
Ooh, yes, this is something that will make you sound super natural.
So, we've taught you how to talk about habits using usually, always, sometimes, and so on. But there's another way that native speakers love to use.
We use the phrase, I'm a plus a type of person. For example, instead of saying, I usually wake up early, you can say, I'm a morning person.
Ooh, yes, that sounds so natural.
Or instead of saying, I stay up late at night, you can say, I'm a night owl.
A night owl, that's someone who is active and awake at night.
Here are some more examples. I'm a coffee person. That means you love coffee and drink it regularly.
I'm a tea person. You prefer tea.
I'm a dog person. You love dogs.
I'm a cat person. You prefer cats.
I'm a homebody. You love staying at home.
I'm a people person. You love being around people.
See how easy and natural that sounds?
So next time someone asks about your habits or preferences, you can use this pattern.
Instead of saying, I like staying at home, just say, I'm a homebody.
So much easier.
Okay, quick quiz. If you love mornings and wake up early, what are you?
You're a morning person.
And if you stay up late at night, what are you?
A night owl.
Perfect. Now you've got another tool in your English toolbox.
All right, everyone, we've covered so much today. Let's do a quick recap.
Yes, here are the main things we learned today.
Number 1, we learned frequency words. Always, often, usually, sometimes, rarely, never. These help us talk about how often we do things.
Number 2, we learned phrases like, I'm in the habit of, I tend to, I have a habit of, I can't help but, and I make it a point to.
For number 3, we learned how to talk about bad habits using my bad habit is or I really need to stop.
Number 4, we learned how to talk about good habits using one of my good habits is or I try to.
Number 5, we learned how to talk about changing habits with phrases like I'm trying to quit, I'm working on, and I'm cutting back on.
And our bonus tip, we learned expressions like, I'm a morning person or I'm a night owl to describe our habits naturally.
If you remember just these things, you can have real conversations about habits in English.
And remember, talking about habits is something you do all the time in conversations.
When you meet new people, when you're chatting with friends, when you're explaining your day, habits are everywhere.
So practice these phrases, use them in real life.
And the more you practice, the more natural it will become.
Okay, everyone, we are so proud of you for making it all the way to the end.
Seriously, learning a language takes time and effort, and you're doing amazing.
Now, here's your homework. Yes, homework, but fun homework.
We want you to write 3 sentences in the comments about your habits. 1 sentence about a good habit, 1 sentence about a bad habit, and 1 sentence about a habit you want to change.
For example, one of my good habits is drinking water every morning. My bad habit is staying up too late. I'm trying to read more books.
See? Easy. And when you write it down, it helps you remember.
Plus, we love reading your comments. We read every single one.
And here's a little challenge. Try to use one of the phrases we taught today in a real conversation this week.
Maybe at work, with a friend, or even talking to yourself.
Yes, talking to yourself in English is actually a great way to practice.
Don't be shy, just try it.
And remember, making mistakes is okay. Mistakes are how we learn.
Exactly. Every time you practice, you get better.
All right, before we go, let me tell you what's coming next week.
Ooh, yes. Next episode is going to be so good.
Next time, we're going to teach you all about making plans and invitations in English.
Yes, how to invite someone to hang out, how to accept invitations, how to politely say no.
It's going to be super useful, so make sure you come back.
And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
We really appreciate you.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, you can do this. See you next time on Mr. Englishman.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.